Okay, quick little help video on how to work these out if you're having any trouble. I'm just going to go through each one of them. I'm going to talk kind of fast and run through them. First one, 8x squared, or x squared plus 8x plus 16. The first thing you do is look, and there's no GCF. In fact, there's no GCFs on any of these. So the first step we're going to do is draw a box. We put our x squared there, we put our 16 there, and we look for the factors of 16 that add up to 8. And the factors are 1 and 16, 2 and 8, and 4 and 4. So it's pretty obvious it's going to be 4x and 4x. So we take GCF of that. It's going to be x here, 4 here. Up and down, it's going to have an x here and a 4 here for a combined x plus 4 times x plus 4. Number 2, again, we look and there's no GCF. So we make our box. 3x squared negative 8, which gives us negative 24. We can have x and x there. So the factors of negative 24 are 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. So we need a combination that'll give us negative 2, and we can get that by going 4 minus 6. So 4x and negative 6x. Then we start looking for our GCFs on each row and column. So 3x and 4x is x. Negative 6x and negative 8 is negative 2. 3 and negative 6 is 3x, and 4 negative 8 is 4. So we get 3x plus 4 and x minus 2. On the next one, number 2, again, no GCFs. We'll draw our box. X squared and 45. Factors of 45 are 1 and 45, 5 and 9, 3 and 15. And you looks like you can get 14 with 5 and 9 if they're both negative. So negative 5x and negative 9x. And then we're just going to factor across. X squared and negative 5 is x. Negative 9 and 45 is negative 9. Because remember, it's negative 9's first. You take it. X squared and negative 9x is x. Negative 5 and negative 45 is negative 5. So we end up with x minus 5 and x minus 9. Going across, number 7, we have another one. No GCF. Draw our box. 7x squared and 3. And then 7 and 3 is 21. So we need the factors that give us negative 10. So we have 1 and 21 and 3 and 7. That's pretty clear. It's going to be the 3 and 7 if they're both negative. And so now we just factor out. Across, take an x. Across the bottom, take a negative 1. Up and down, 7x. And up and down, negative 3. So we have 7x minus 3 and x minus 1. For the next one, number 3, again, draw the box. N squared and 60. Factors of 60 are 1 and 60, 2 and 30, 3 and 20, 4 and 15, 5 and 12, 6 and 10. And we need a combination that gives us negative 23. So that looks like it's going to be 3 and 20 if they're both negative. So now up and down, n squared and negative 20, or I'm sorry, n squared and negative 3n is n. Negative 20 and 60 is negative 20. N squared and negative 20 is n. Negative 3 and 60 is negative 3. So we get n minus 3 and n minus 20. The next one, number 4. Now remember, I'm showing you the box method. You can do other methods. If you look online or if you talk to Mr. Mai or Coach Smith, they've got some videos out there here and around. You're welcome to try other methods. All the methods require basically you to do the same thing. The reason I chose the box is because the box kind of lines it up for you real nicely. If you don't like that, that's fine. But you're going to be doing the exact same things. You'll just be writing it slightly different, but the math involved will be the same. So we have 14 times 9, and that is 126. We're looking for a combination that gives us 15. So that's a little tougher. That's where we're going to want it, or it's actually negative 126. That's where we're going to want to use our calculators. But 1 and 126, 2 and 40, or I'm sorry, 2 and 63, 3 and 42, 4 and 4 doesn't go in there, sorry. 6 and 21, Let's see. I know I'm missing one. Oh, no, that's it right there. 6 and 21 gives us the 15 if it is a -6. So -6y and 21y. Sometimes it pays attention to check as you go. And that way you don't have to go any further. So now going across, 14y squared and -6y is 2y. Going across the bottom, 21y -9 is 3. 14y squared and 21 is 7. -6y -9 is -3. So we end up with 2y plus 3 and 7y minus 3. Okay, back across number 4. No GCFs. We start with our box, y squared and -17. Perhaps you've already seen it, but to get -17, we have the factors of 17 that add up to 16. The only factors of 17 are 1 and 17. Can you make that positive? Yes, if the 1 is negative. So negative x, or negative y, sorry, and 17y. So going across, you can take a y out. Going down, or going across the bottom, you can take a 17 out. Going up and down, you can take a y out. Going up and down, you can take a -1. So we get y minus 1 and y plus 17. Next, number 9. Bigger numbers here. Doesn't mean harder. We have 10y squared and we have 10. 10 and 10 is 100. So now you need factors of 100 that add up to -29. So that's 1 and 100, no. 2 and 50, no. 4 and 25, there you go. You'd also have 10 and 10. But 4 and 25 works if they're both negative. So -4y and -25y. And now it's GCF time. Across the top, 10y squared and -4y, we've got 2y. Across the bottom, -25 and 10, we have -5. Up and down, 10y squared and -25, we have 5y. Up and down, -4y and 10 is -2. So we get 5y minus 2 and 2y minus 5. Next, number 5, 2x squared plus 3x plus 1. 2x squared here, 1 here. The good thing is you get a factor of 2. It only has 2 factors, 1 and 2. And 1 and 2 does add up to 3. So it's 1x and 2x's, which makes the factoring pretty easy. Here it's x. Here it's 1. Here it's 2x. Here it's 1. So it's 2x plus 1 and x plus 1. And then finally, the last one. If you watch some of the optional videos, you know this is the shortcut to this, which is pretty simple. But if you haven't, and that's why I'm going to work it out, you are missing something, and you're tempted to say you're missing the third number, but what you're actually missing is the middle number. This goes 9d squared. There is no d, so that means there's 0d minus 49. So that's the way you're going to have to work it, which can be kind of difficult because those are big numbers. That's why you want to go back and watch the optional video on special products because it will help. Anyway, 9d squared and -49, which if you multiply 9 times 49, you get 441, which turns out to be 21 and 21 times 21. So if one's positive, one's negative, you get opposites and they will add up to 0. And that's what you're looking for, is opposites there. So 9 and 21, you can take a 3d out of. -21 and -49, you can take a -7 out of. 9d and -21, you can take a 3d out of. 21 and -49, you can take a 7 out of. So it becomes 3d plus 7, 3d minus 7. There's a pattern there that if you pay real close attention, you can see. All right, so that takes care of it. If you have any questions, look me up on Zoom.